Hi, everyone. Mike Haas along with Deuce McAllister just wrapped up day 10, and as an indication, even Coach Allen thought it was day 9. So he's like, I don't know. I know we had practice yesterday, we got practice tomorrow, we have practice today.
That's all that matters, man.
That's right.
I mean, the days don't matter. It's just you'll do install, you'll come out to work, you'll go to practice, you'll go and watch the film. We'll do install again. You go out to make sure we'll review the film. You go out to practice the next day. I mean, and so from a player's perspective, you try to find something new, but at the end of the day, you got work, and the game is a long way away.
And it's a preseason. Even Coach said, I don't know who's going to play, how long they're going to play. That'll come. I think sometimes we want to make, or fans, a distinction between shells and helmets and full pads, and the line between the two seems to get very thin. Today was shells and helmets, so they went through everything. You got the thud, you got just as much work and hit as you would normally. It's not to the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a different tempo.
It's a different tempo. The tempo really isn't. Let me take that back. It's not a different tempo.
Right,
not a different tempo. I think from the toughest is for the offensive defensive line, because now they can't. It's hard. I can position block, but I can't really fire off, and so that's on both sides of the ball. For the other guys, it's just like normal, because normally you wouldn't get tackled. You still see guys on the ground, and you hear them saying, "Stay up, stay up." Both sides, but don't let it affect your steps. Don't let it affect the window, because the window is the window. Whether I have pads on or whether it's 7-on-7 or shells, the window is the window. And so for the quarterback, for the receivers, for the running back, the look has to be the same. You're just changing out equipment.
And 7-on-7, some of the team drills. I mean, we still have the officials out here. Lots of flags. Man, it's tough. It's a lot of communication, a lot of different people, a lot of false starts today. I know there was some things that I know Dennis would want to get cleaned up.
Six overall, and I think when you're rolling in that many people, it's tough. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And so from a false start, from a shift, you have shifts, you have motions. The quarterback's killing the play. He's changing, the direction the play goes. It's a different quarterback. I worked with the twos, and now this quarterback's voice is a little different. Doesn't matter. Work through it. You've got to figure it out. And if I've got to listen to a quarterback a little different, that's what I have to do. And if the quarterback has to get the center and the offensive line over there so they can hear him say a count or, go through a cadence, so be it. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's either getting off the ball or you're late or you're early, and it's illegal. And so, they have to get that cleaned up. That's something that cannot happen.
Some veterans missing today, as expected. Some hurt, and Coach Allen talked about Peyton Turner. He was out, and it was a toe, and immediately people thought, well, is it the same toe? And at this juncture, it is. It's still way early, but then that kid has been fighting so hard. Just like you don't want it to be anything lengthy, but that's tough.
All you can do is shake your head. I mean, because, hey, I can give you film where you're showing up, but then if you're out for a amount of time that, doesn't allow you to go out and play, at some point, there's nothing that the team can do.
Right.
It's on you to kind of have to take care of your body, and if I got to wear, a steel-plated whatever for protection of that toe, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, just because I can't allow it to stop me from playing, and I understand it's a difference between being injured, hurt, and I can't go out and perform. If it's a pain issue, I know it's tough to say, hey, I got to suck it up during camp, but I've got to suck it up during camp just because I've got to prove not only to myself, but to my teammates as well as the coaches that they can depend on me.
Does this thing have a name?
No, it's just, ball protection. I don't even know there's a correct name for it, but
you went through it, right? So it's
you better get low, get your shoulders down, protect yourself. I mean, because the strength of those dummies, they'll come back to you. You just get low and explode through.
Was it a flashback when you went? You just messing around.
I was messing around and going through it. Not a flashback for me. I mean, once you know the technique, it's fairly easy. But when you don't know it, it hurts.
So the Saints, again, shells and helmets today. They're back to full pads tomorrow before taking a day off on Tuesday. And then, getting ready for the Arizona game. They'll be leaving on Friday for Phoenix, as will we. For Deuce McAllister, Mike Haas, and Jeff Nowak here on WWL, AMFM.com, always on the Odyssey app as well.